In 1893, Thomas W. Swartz invented the mop.
Here at the dawn, contact either and bottom.
In 1911, Nathaniel Alexander invented the Ford machine. All right.
In 1898, Lydia Newman invented the hairbrush.
Excellent. Let's take another.
December 1st, 1955. Only 24 more shopping days until Christmas. In Montgomery, Alabama, the streets were crowded with Christmas shoppers and when people were hurrying home from work.
Here comes the bus. I sure hope that's some seats left.
Evening, sir, ma'am. Okay, girl, move to the back of the bus.
Rosa Parks was tired. She had been working all day at her job as a seamstress at a department store and had stopped to do some Christmas shopping after work.
Thank the Lord I can get off my feet.
But a few blocks later, more people boarded the bus.
Okay, you call it. Move back. White folks need these seats.
Jim Crow, the nickname for the Southern system of laws that kept the races separate and unequal.
In Montgomery, as all over the South, buses were segregated. The first 4 rows were reserved for whites only.
If the bus was too crowded, blacks sitting in the rear had to give up their seats to white passengers too.
You too, auntie. Move back.
No seats in back. Okay?
Well, I guess you just have to stand.
No, sir, I won't.
Come on, get in the back, out of that seat.
Driver, I paid my fare like everyone else. I'm staying right here.
Come on, get in the back, out of that seat.
Yes, sir. Jim Crow strikes me.
Will you listen to this? We just have to do something about this, girl.
Woman, what you want to start trouble for? You know he's gone to the police. Yes, I know.
Mrs. Parks was arrested and taken to jail for violating the state segregation code. From jail, she called her old friend and former employer, E.D. Nixon, to put up bond for her.
Nixon was the Alabama State chairperson of the NAACP, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. Founded a half-century earlier by W.E.B. Du Bois, it was a leading organization working for justice for black people.
Mr. Parks, you know 7 people have been arrested this year along for making the same protest you did. One man was shot dead. Why did you do it?
I had good friends off work and
I guess that's reason enough.
E.D. Nixon was also active in his labor union, the Brotherhood of Sleeping Car Porters. He knew something about strikes and boycotts. That night at home,
I got him to stop that swimming, so I got back and get some sleep.
The word of Ms. Parks' arrest was spread quickly through the black community, and so did the notion of the bus boycott.
the next morning, Nixon contacted some of the leaders of Montgomery's black community, including the Reverend Abernathy of the First Baptist Church.
Most of the bus riders in the cities are Negroes. If we were to stay off the bus for one day, it might really make an impact.
You know what? A boycott is a fine idea, but a dangerous one. We won't be striking against a railroad. We'll be striking against the heart of the Jim Crow laws of white supremacy.
I know that, Dr. Abernathy. That's why we need leaders who can hold the people together without inciting them to violence.
So you know you ought to call that new minister in Atlanta from, the Dexter Avenue Baptist Church, Martin Luther King Jr. You never heard better speak.
Yes, he's next on my list.
First on mine.
He's only been here a few years, but he has a lot of respect in the community.
Right.
The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was not well known. He was just 26 years old and barely out of school. It was a busy time for him. Just 2 weeks before, his wife had given birth to their first child. But he believed that being a minister meant doing one's part for the community.
Of course I'm with you. In fact, if you would like to hold a planning meeting tonight, why not use my church?
I appreciate your support, Dr. King. I'll call Ralph Abernathy and tell him we can count on you.
The young minister told his wife about the plan.
This looks like it's going to be a major action, Coretta. They're gathering all the black leaders in town. Doctors, lawyers, business, and labor leaders.
And ministers,
And ministers.
with all the injustices our people are subjected to. Aren't they making a lot of fuss about who won't on the bus?
Maybe so, but anything we can do to attack the Jim Crow system will be a positive step.
You know, when you were finishing school in Boston, I was hoping you would accept a position at a church in the north. After living there, I never wanted to come back to the south.
There's prejudice and bigotry everywhere, Coretta. North, south.
I know that, but it's nothing like the daily indignities and assaults we have to self-care. There's no place you can go without being made to feel inferior. Education is no shield, neither is money. The waste on white people worry about second-class citizenship in our face all the time, and all the third about us is we're dead.
Well, once when I was a little boy, I was out for a drive with my father, and the policeman pulled him over for running the stop sign. Let me see your license, boy, was what the policeman said to him.
Happens in this time of year.
Well, my father just looked back at him. I was too young to know how dangerous it was for him to say this, and he said quietly, "This is a boy, I am a man." You know what the policeman did?
I don't know if I want to hear it.
The policeman just looked back at him and said, "Okay, so you're a man. Let me see your license." He kept his dignity, Coretta, in Atlanta, the South, just like this Miss Parks kept hers. I would like to see the day that every black man and woman can live their lives with such dignity, free from the sting of racism, free of the arrest, free from the threats of cross burnings and lynchings.
Well, don't hold your breath.
Oh, the South has got to change. This country has got to change. Any victory is important, no matter how small, even if it is the right to sit down on the bus.
Amen.
That night at Dr. King's church.
Good evening. We have a leaflet written here by Ms. Joanne Robinson. Ms. Robinson.
Another Negro woman has been arrested and put in jail because she refused to give up pussy. No ride the bus to work, to town, to school, or any place else. Money December 3rd. If you work, take a cab, shut a ride, or walk. Come to a mass meeting Monday, December 5th at 7 p.m. at the Hope Street Baptist Church.
Thank you, Ms. Robinson. That about says it. We need a copy of every family in town.
Then we'll need about 7,000 copies. We can use the mimeograph machine down in the basement of the church.
What about transportation? How are people going to get around on Mondays?
Well, I'm sure the Negro-owned back cab companies will help us out.
By Monday morning, every black person in Montgomery knew about the planned bus boycott. But would they honor it?
Martin and Coretta lived on one of the most heavily traveled bus routes. That morning, as the first bus rolled by,
Martin, come quickly, it's empty.
At that hour, the buses were usually packed with black people. Yet the next bus to come by was empty too. The third bus had only 2 passengers, both white.
I'm gonna go check out the other bus lines. I'll see you later.
driving up and down the city streets, young Reverend King counted only 8 black bus passengers. The community had supported the boycott.
Later that morning, he went to the police court. There, Rosa Parks was fined $10 plus $4 in costs for violating the segregation laws. She appealed the decision.
That afternoon, Dr. King attended another planning meeting. When he arrived home that evening,
Coretta.
What is it?
We formed a new organization this afternoon, the MIA, the Montgomery Improvement Association. We're going to propose that the boycott continue until the bus company changes some of their laws. They elected me president of this association.
Martin, they must have a lot of respect for you.
I'm no leader, not the kind of leader needed for an action like this.
Rap Abernathy and the others must think you are. Otherwise, why would they pick you instead of one of the older ministers?
They picked me because I've only been here a year and haven't had time to make any enemies. They want me to make a speech at the basket tonight. Correct. You know it takes me 2 days to write a Sunday sermon, and I barely got 20 minutes.
Well, then, you better get busy.
The church was packed that night, and thousands of people stood outside.
Rosa Parks received a standing ovation. Dr. King talked about her case. Dr. King talked about her case and the many others that had come before it.
There comes a time when we get tired. We are here this evening to say to those who have mistreated us for so long that we are tired. Tired of being segregated and humiliated. Tired of being kicked around by the beautiful feet of oppression. We have no alternative but to protest. For many years we have shown amazing patience. We have sometimes given our white brothers the feeling that we like the way we are treated. But we come here tonight to be saved from the patience that makes us patient. With anything less than freedom and justice. We are protesting for the birth of justice in the community. In our protest, there will be no violence. There will be no cross-violence. There will be no threats or intimidation. We will be guided by the highest principles of law and order. We will only say to the people, let your conscience be your guide. Love must be our regulating ideal. In spite of the mistreatment that we have confronted. We must love our white brothers, and we must not become bitter at the end by hating our white brothers. As Booker T. Washington said, let no man pull you down so low as to make you hate you. Protest courageously and yet with dignity and Christian love.
Yes.
When the history books are written, they will pause and say, there live a great people, a black people, who injected new meaning and dignity of civilization into the veins of civilization. This is our challenge and our overwhelming responsibility.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, the Montgomery Improvement Association proposes 3 things. Negroes are not resumed riding the buses until, number 1, courteous treatment of Negroes by bus drivers is guaranteed. Everyone is seated on a first come, first served basis. Number 3, Negro bus drivers are allowed to drive black bus routes. All in favor, please say.